but yeah, it was a good experience. Like sometimes, like even the signage out on the streets for all the restaurants and places, they're all in Arabic. So sometimes you'd be like riding your bike down or whatever, your car, and you just feel like you're in the Middle East. And you're just like, wow, this is so cool. Like, and like missionaries aren't allowed to go to the Middle East. And so you just feel like it's a very unique experience, serving in that area. So a lot of the people who like were super, super nice were from Lebanon. And they were just funny. Like, they would just joke with each other, and like they'd speak enough English, and they would just like one person even, like, we came to their door and he's like, I'm not interested in your Bible, but hold on a second. He goes in and he like brought us out a sandwich and a Capri Sun, and he's like, but here you guys go, and like he's like, may God be with you or whatever. And so it was just super, super kind, and like, yeah, they were just really open, and sometimes it was funny, like, the women, like, they're supposed to wear that, I think, hijab, what's it called, the head piece or whatever, and they just like come to the door and answer without it on, and then they'd see us and then they'd be like, they'd have this realization like, oh, oops, and so they just like run in and grab it and put it on, and and we weren't supposed to like shake their hands, but like missionaries, like sometimes we'd forget and we'd just be like, all right, it was good to meet you, and like we'd go to shake like a woman's hand or whatever, and they'd just be like, and we were like, oh, okay. And so it'd be kind of like really awkward, but we'd laugh about it. And like, it was just funny, like, just like mixing like the two cultures, because they'd be like in America, but also like trying to like maintain their beliefs and things like that. Another one was like, we'd go and get chicken shawarmas from this like Arabic restaurant, and like, everyone would be like talking, and everyone's talking in Arabic, and we'd walk in with our white shirts and ties, like two white guys, and then like once we walked in, the whole place would just get really quiet, and like then we just go sit down, and then everyone would just slowly start to talk again. So we always thought that was funny. There was kind of a funny experience, like working with like a Muslim person. Like, we talked to him on the porch, and he was telling us about the Quran and basically trying to convert us, and we were trying to convert him and things like that. And he was like, oh yeah, like Islam means like submission or whatever, peace, and like he was just kind of saying stuff, and then eventually he like let us into his house or whatever, and his wife was there, and he was telling us earlier like something similar that Muhammad said about like how like don't even hurt bugs. Like I think Joseph Smith said, like, if you knew what I knew, you wouldn't hurt a fly. And I think Muhammad might have said something similar to that. But we're in the house, like talking to him, and he's like sitting on the couch looking at us, and like a spider like crawls out from under the rug, and his wife's like, spider, and he just like without even looking, he just like stomps it, and then he just keeps talking. And it was just so funny. Like, I just like realized like how human like they are. Like, I mean, we have ideals, like Joseph Smith said, if you knew what I knew, don't hurt a fly. But like my wife and I, like, we try to catch spiders, but sometimes like we justify because we're like, oh well, they're trying to hurt us, so it's self-defense, and so we'll kill spiders and bugs and things like that. So it just makes me realize like how much like us they are. And weaknesses, like they have an ideal of treat everything nicely, but sometimes you just gotta kill the spider, if your wife says. Dearborn, I think it's probably there's certain pockets that were very high percentage of Muslims, but I don't know the statistics. Someone could Google it, but I'd say it's mostly Muslim. Yeah, we met people from Lebanon, from Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Yemen, Jordan, Pakistan. There was actually a member, I think, who was from Pakistan. We had a cool experience with a guy from Egypt, and I don't know if this is true or not, but he like let us in, and he was like giving us this red juice, and he was saying like, this is only found in this like certain place in Egypt or whatever, and he gives us this juice, and we're drinking it, and I'm like, this tastes like Jamaica, which is like a Mexican flower tea that the Mexicans would give us. And so like I was like making connections. I don't know if they're true or not, but I was like, maybe in the Book of Mormon, when they brought seeds from the other part of the world, like maybe they brought Jamaica, and so they think they have a rare thing, but it's really actually what Mexicans use all the time. So I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not, but it tasted like a mica.